Okay, let's head in the side entrance here on 7703 46. It's kind of the breezeway entrance in between the one-car garage and the main house. So pass through a door there to the backyard. We enter in this way, you have your basement down there, and walk straight in to the kitchen. A really, really tiny kitchen. I mean, hardly any counter space. You've got your range top here, your sink, and then this area over here would be where you'd have a refrigerator and maybe some extra storage. It doesn't appear that this is a load-bearing wall here, so removal of this certainly would be huge for increasing value and even just market attraction to it, and wouldn't be something that's too expensive to do. If you're going to use it as a rental, then obviously that's not as important, but it still would be something that would make it more attractive in the long run. Nice, decent sized living room space that we see up here. You can see some lines here on the ceiling where there has been at some point some type of damage and replacement. It doesn't appear that it's recent. It's been raining quite a bit the past couple of days, so if there was an active leak, we'd likely be seeing it. Front bedroom here, it's only a 2-bedroom property. Front bedroom here, decent sized. I mean, really the inside of the house is in pretty decent condition, all things considered, especially for this price. I think the thing that is why it's priced so low is the uncertainty about the mold or mold type situation in the basement, and then the plumbing issues. So you can see here some just pretty dated old from moisture coming down from there, from the ceiling. And then our back bedroom here. Same thing. Now we've got some settlement cracks that go down here and go down here. They don't give me a whole lot of concern because they're straight, they're not angled. Straight ones indicate more just a general settlement, whereas angled ones that go out from the edges, those indicate more actual damage. But we do have some up here as well. I mean, as old as this house is, you're gonna have some settlement, and probably gonna have to, have some other things checked out anyway. Again, just because of the other damage that you see on the house. All right, so we'll go down to the basement, though we won't spend too much time down here because of the mold issue. Some of this could be hidden behind this. My guess is the reason that there's mold is probably this insulation that's down here. It smells awful down here. I even have a mask on and I can still smell it through. But see this line right here? To me, that is a heavy indicator that there was standing water in here at one point. So that's something that really needs to be considered. There's probably just standard mold remediation is not going to work. You're probably going to have to pull out some of these things and see what is in there. I don't know if the history of it is that it was standing water, but that's what it looks like to me. It's either that or there was something on the walls that was removed. I mean, you just don't have a straight line like that with mold and mildew unless there was standing water or some sort of barrier on it. All right, let's take a look outside. Structurally outside, not really seeing anything other than normal wear and tear stuff. The wood siding on here has some flaking paint. You probably want to address the roof. Really doesn't look too bad. It's got some shingles popping up here and there, so either some patchwork, even at worst, if you had to replace the shingles on the roof, that's not a real heavy cost. and the actual structure itself looks to be pretty decent. So here's a clean out straight to the sewer line. It dips down quite a bit, so you can tell there's already been some work done on it. And then again, we'll take a look here on this side. Similar situation we saw, just some of the flaking paint on the wood. So, you know, sanding that down and repainting it is a pretty easy solution for it. If the wood is in good condition, that's certainly a better solution than even wrapping it in vinyl, which is, I know, something that happens quite often. The windows are updated windows. They're definitely not the original windows on the property. We do have a corner lot here, so it gives us a nice different feel than something, you know, especially since we have a busy street that we're on 46 there. So again, this paint that's peeling off just hasn't really been taken care of very well. Just kind of, I don't know. It's a lot of flaking paint that typically looks like moisture stuff that you just don't see on the outside of a house. Got a little bit of a flashing up here that you want to have addressed, but it has to have been from a plumbing issue, is where the water was coming from down there in the basement. That's the only thing I can think of, because I'm not seeing any real issues that would be, you know, from a roof leak or anything like that. Location wise, we're on the corner here of 46th and Peyton. 46th is a street, a pass-through street, but it's not really heavy traffic. I mean, it's 5:30 and we're just not getting a whole ton of traffic even right now. All right, let me know what you think. Thanks.